Hey! Alright, hold on. Let me make a big sound. There we go. That'll probably do. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, because I've been away for a while. And at this point I haven't even edited the third part. I only had 2 parts up because I'm a dingus. I'm an unmotivated procrastinator. The guy looking for you is at the station. It's at the top of Station Heights. You should go see what he wants. Alright? Excuse me. Sorry if I'm coughing and clearing my throat a lot. But I came down with the sick. And you know what the sick is. Even if I don't want to talk about it. But I have the sick. I've been better. The only thing that's bothering me is the coughs and all that. What a nice station. Alright, now it's time to defeat the enemies. And okay, so now that we're playing as Sora and we have Donald and Goofy on our sides, you don't really have to use the reaction commands as often, because if an enemy is gunning for you, then it's most likely that the other party members will gun for the enemy. Before it has a chance to even hit yet. Though, sometimes they'll get hit in every once in a while. Especially with Goofy, when he has a projectile attack with his shield. You just spin it and just fling it at the enemy. I wanted this creeper. Dang it. So, battles in the beginning are sort of... I kind of noticed this in the... I kind of noticed this in the actual... What's going on with the targeting? So, battles, right. Something I noticed in the battles is that they've kind of been a little boring, at least. I'll try and do better, I guess, but I have no idea if I wanted to edit out those battles. I mean, I only have to edit the third part, so yeah.
You gotta board the train and leave town. The train knows the way. Here.
Your Majesty!
The king? Was that really him?
It could have been. Yep, I know it was.
Now we know he's okay.
The king was locked in the realm of darkness, right?
Uh-huh.
But we just saw him.
Yep.
And if the king is here, that means Riku's here.
He's gotta be.
Well, I'm gonna go look for Riku. Then he and I can go back to the islands together. Kairi's there waiting for us. What are you two gonna do?
Oh. Gosh, Sora, you have to ask.
Hey, what's so funny?
Your face. What What do you say, guys? Let's stick together for one more journey. To where again?
We have to board the train.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Right. Money pouch. Pouch from the king. There's 5,000 money inside for some reason. I almost said $5,000. Crystal orb. A pretty crystal. It sparkles brightly when held up to the sun. Secret answer report 2. I have no idea if I want to read these. Apparently they have some some backstory, but I'll be honest, I've never been too keen on these sorts of things where they just put backstory in like a text format, or in some cases audio logs. And that's not for me. No,
Wait
thank
up.
you.
Huh?
Hey, Sora?
What?
Nothing, but
We came to see you off. It just seemed like something we ought to do.
Oh. Really? Thanks.
You should hurry and get your tickets.
Right.
What is it?
They're the same.
Spooky.
Yeah.
It's not even Halloween. We're past that.
3 tickets, please. I can't help feeling like we won't see this town again.
Why not?
You're thinking too much.
Yeah, you're right.
Alright. I was gonna say something, maybe like a comment on something, but... excuse me. But... Nah. My brain just likes to forget things within like a 10-second time span. It's weird. Like... It has to refurbish every 10 seconds. That really sucks. But yeah, these treasure chests, I think that was it, actually. The 3 treasure chests that you can get here, you can get them right now. If you, for whatever reason, forget them, well, you can come back here, but you won't be able to come back here for some time, like in game. This is gonna be a long journey, so prepare yourself well. No, not yet. There's something I have to show off first. You can examine the trains. Bound for ? Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's the place where I want to go. And of course, you have the other train, Sunset Station. So yeah, you can go there whenever you like. Get on. And I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, let's go. Bye.
hey, Sora? You sure we haven't met before?
Positive. Why do you ask?
I don't know.
This is so strange. Wait, not. What I mean is, apparent. Okay, so from what I recall,
You okay?
the digital dimension
Don't know where it came from
or the digital version of
We're
Twilight
together.
Town. I'm spoiling this, by the way.
See ya.
I think what happened in the digital dimension, the digital Twilight happened. Like it still affected the. Why am I making sense of a Kingdom Hearts story? But yeah, I don't know how that works. Like they have familiarity with each other, even though they don't know each other. But the one connecting tissue is Roxas, who at this moment doesn't exist. And he's with Sora. But how does that happen? Is it like connection of the hearts sort of thing? Or is it the whatever happens in digital Twilight Town affects the real Twilight Town?
Maybe both is happening at the same time.
You know,
Nah.
I'm sad.
Yeah, we can visit Hayner and those guys again.
Guess that's that.
Let's go.
Go where? It's not like we have homes to return to. We don't exist, remember?
Yes, it's true. We may not have homes. But there is some place I want to go. And someone I want to see.
Same here. So, you think you might let us go? I know you're here to get rid of us, but...
Diz wants to get rid of me?
Go.
You sure about this?
I owe you both.
For what?
Castle Oblivion. You helped us.
You don't have to tell me twice.
You know, I never
Thank
played. I never played Chain of Memories, but I heard it was stupid. Story wise, it was pretty stupid. I mean, the only thing keeping Kingdom Hearts alive is those very shonen elements and tugging of the heartstrings and drama. It's and then the gameplay. The gameplay is the main thing that's keeping this thing together. But story wise, it's the little character interactions, the drama, and that's about it. Anything regarding to lore is bleh.
There goes our
Like,
ride.
It's just Kingdom Hearts is famous for having a very what's the word? A very convoluted story. There we go. I think there is a treasure chest on the other side. Wish I can zoom in. Well.
What's going on?
I sent some of my lackeys inside to see if the master in this here tower's as big and tough as they say. he's a real powerful sorcerer, which would make him the perfect bodyguard for me. See, it don't matter how tough he is. Once he's a Heartless, he'll do as I say.
Yes.
That's right. They're those things that come out of the darkness in folks' hearts. Why, with all those Heartless at her side, my dear friend Maleficent is gonna conquer everything. And since I got me a debt to pay, I'm going round to a bunch of different worlds and building an army of Heartless, special for her. Oh, why am I talking to you pipsqueaks anyway? Go on, Scram. I'm behind schedule as it is.
You ought to find something nicer to do.
Oh, says who? What? Oh, it's you!
Pete?
What are you two Nimrods doing here?
What are you doing here?
You know him?
We sure do. Pete's been causing trouble for ages. His Majesty banished him to another dimension a long time ago. I wonder how he escaped.
There's never any closure.
You want to know how, eh? Well, Maleficent busted me out, that's how. And now your world, no, all the worlds are gonna belong to yours truly. 'Cause Maleficent's gonna help me conquer them.
Maleficent, huh?
Oh, what are you laughing at? Why, Maleficent's power is so great that...
She's toast.
Huh?
Sorry, but Maleficent can't help you now.
What do you mean? You! So you're the ones that did it!
Well, we might have had something to do with it.
Heartless Squad, round up!
Alright. Heartless fight. Just a bunch of shadows. So yeah, shadows are pretty much the grunts, the Goombas of the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Wham! Done. It's pretty easy pickings.
You just wait. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, messes with the mighty Pete.
So, Mighty Pete, who lives in this tower anyway?
Oh, you don't know, eh? Well, it's old Yen Sid. Of course, he's probably a Heartless by now.
Master Jensen lives here?
Yen Sid is the king's teacher.
Wow, sounds powerful.
And they just kind of ignore him. And you know what? If another Kingdom Hearts game ever comes around, I wish that the Disney villains had more of a presence. You know, I don't know. I think this game would work better if the... I think it would work better if the villains were... if the villains were more in the line of... like... If the story was more comical, I guess. You know? Like, because Pete in the entire franchise, I feel, is, like, the best character, especially in this game. You know, it's always great to see a character like Pete just, you know, interact. And just be them. But no, we have to, like, play, like, the drama card, the shonen card, or whatever. I realized what I said, it sounded more like complaining. Yeah, that's... But yeah, this is pretty much just a bunch of... This tower is pretty much just a bunch of battles. You go up the stairs. Enter a room, fight. Go back on a different set of stairs. Enter a room, fight. Repeat that 3 times, and you're at the top. And that's pretty much it. Of course, later on, while this place at the moment is filled with Heartless, a pretty weak Heartless, mind you, but later on, like towards endgame, so it's pretty far away, this place becomes a pretty good spot for both. Well, it's a good grinding spot for one thing. Well, for multiple things. One of them being this place gets replaced. Like all the enemies here get replaced with no bodies, and it's good for two things. One, it's good for leveling up one of your. It's good for leveling up a drive form, which we'll get into later. And two, it is good for synthesis because because the reaction can. Stop it. In this case, there are two gems that the nobodies can drop: the Twilight minerals and the Dense minerals. And depending on the enemy, you can either get Twilight or Dense.
Well, it's a good thing we're on the job then.
Dust, for instance, have Twilight
We're all done at
shards,
peace after all?
whereas the little creepers have Dense shards. And of course, as you go up the ranks, there will be, there'll be like there's shards, stones, gems, and crystals. Yeah. Also, the battle music is pretty good. I always like this. I've always liked this battle music. Or, of course, each enemy has their own synthesis items, depending on the enemy itself.
Master Jensen, excellent honor.
Hey there.
Sora, show some respect.
So, you are Sora. Now then, have you seen the king yet?
Yes, we did, Master, but we didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Yes, the king has been quite busy of late. Therefore, it would seem that the task of instructing you three falls upon my shoulders. You have a perilous journey ahead of you. You must be well prepared.
You mean we have to go on another quest? I was looking forward to finding my friend Riku, so we could go back to the islands.
Yes, I know. However, everything in your journey, Sora, is connected. Whether you will find your way home to the islands, whether you will return alone or with your friend, and whether or not the islands will still be there. And the key that connects them all is you, Sora.
I'm the key?
Key!
Chosen wielder of the Keyblade. You are the key that will open the door to light.
Get me out of this car, because I locked myself in. Don't you have the car keys to the car? Well, no. I left them back. Now that I think about it, there's no way that you can get locked in a car. What am I saying?
Once you have finished,
you can't get locked in a car unless the locking mechanism is like jammed or whatever. Ugh. Man, that is stupid. Why did I say that? Man, my head is so empty sometimes that I just say the stupidest things. I think that's it. I don't know if I want. Why not? I'll save here. I'm at level 9. That's pretty good. Alright, so this is basically the recap. The recap of Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and what's gonna happen in Kingdom Hearts 2. Well, sort of. It's worded in a sort of it's like this is the writing of what an egotistical writer sounds like. Each journey gives rise to chance encounters, and each encounter brings forth the farewell. When a farewell leads to a journey, the worlds open their hearts. There are those chosen by the light and those ensnared by the darkness, friends who share the same bonds, though their paths may differ. When you doubt the path trod thus far, when the hand you held is lost to you, gaze anew at the heart that once was anew. For all the answers are within. I'll admit I wasn't paying attention to any of that, even though I was one reading it. I don't know. I don't know where I heard that this book was a sort of recap of what happened before. I honestly don't know. I got it from SGB when they did their Kingdom Hearts 2 game of Final Mix, but I don't know. Now I'm just sort of thinking, as probably it's too long, and it's too up. It's so like if this is supposed to be a recap of the previous games, then it does a very terrible job of recapping and just kind of gives you a vague sense of what happened. It's like no, not even that. It's just more like you just take the themes from those games and just write around that instead of actually spelling out what happened before. Well, anyway. A long dream, a sad farewell, hanging in the air in that world between, quote-unquote. What is reality? What is illusion? The path chosen by the young boy leads to his memories. When caught in the stream of the days and nights going past, gaze anew at your steps anew. For there all confusion will end. What the heck is that sentence? For there all confusion will end? I feel like there should be a comma between there and all. I feel like there should be a comma there. All confusion will end. And this is like more writing 101. Will the day come when this battle born of confusion will end? It is different things to different people. Okay. Can the reality be that which is hidden? The reason is more... The The reason is mere existence. Still, memories can be believed. Be not afraid, and trust your body to the soothing waves of your memories. By and by, your fleeting rest will be over, and everything will begin. This one is most like this one is clearly now that I read it in front of me, this one is most definitely like the most definitely the this is Kingdom Hearts 2. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I was honestly thinking of whether or not I should read the book, but then I read the book anyway. So much for my decision making. Read more. Actually.
But wait a sec. How come the Heartless are still running around?
Your past endeavors did prevent an immense effusion of Heartless from the great.
Alright, this is the part where he explains what the nobodies are.
However, the Heartless
Oopsies.
are darkness made real,
Well.
and darkness yet lingers in every heart.
I feel like at this point all of you should know what Kingdom Hearts is and what the nobodies are.
Difficult to eliminate them.
Gorge, that must mean if everybody's heart was full of light, them heartless...
Star Wars says otherwise.
Now, it is time to speak of the enemies that you will encounter.
I mean, in the Old Republic, or not Old Republic, in the days of the Jedi Council, that was filled with light, and yet they couldn't see the darkness rising underneath the surface until it, bit them in the ass, quote unquote. And then years went on, and the galaxy became full of darkness, and until the light, until they didn't see the light coming out of the surface.
At times, if someone with a strong heart and will, be they evil or good, becomes a Heartless, the empty shell they leave behind begins to act with a will of its own.
This is this enemy, and this is that enemy. That we're adding lore.
An empty vessel whose heart has been stolen away. A spirit that goes on, even as its body fades from existence. For you see, no bodies
the dust, that zipper mouth makes the dust look a lot more angrier than they really are.
But this is a ruse.
I think they're supposed to be like, they're obviously supposed to be like, they're supposed to be like Heartless, where they have the jagged mouths, and in some cases even little yellow beady eyes. And the Dusks have that too, but it's sort of like the thing with the other characters that we'll see.
They are the most common form of nobody.
You don't see you don't see the zipper mouth as like a zipper. You see it as their mouths. So effectively, they have like a mouth with like shark teeth and whatever. We should probably bring this up that this recording is going on for 30 minutes. Like, what? Jeez, I didn't realize how dense this game is in cutscenes.
You now are different. These powerful nobodies have formed a group called Organization 13. It commands the lesser nobodies.
Organization 13.
Yep.
While Heartless act on instinct, nobodies function in a higher manner. They can think and plan, and it seems they are working towards a goal. What that goal is, we do not know.
You know,
the king sent
now I think about it, I feel like that's some difference from
He found the Dark
from
Realm's Keyblade, and with it closed
the Organization 13 people.
from world to world, fighting as he
I feel like it would be best if they had like some like you know, like when they have their hoods off or whatever,
Then I guess we better
they
go
have
find
like the
King
nobody
first.
mark and the nobody emblem somewhere on their, like maybe in the back of their necks or something,
Yeah.
the back of
The
their
king
hand.
must know where Riku is,
I don't know.
because the two of them were together in the realm of darkness when we closed the
I'm
door,
just thinking
after
out
defeating
loud
Ansem.
as I do.
So, before you
'Cause I
go,
can't shut
you
up.
will need more suitable traveling clothes.
Ugh.
Those look a bit too small for you.
Oh yeah. By the way, apparently the events of Chain of Memories and the beginning between Chain of Memories and between the date between the end of Chain of Memories and the beginning of the beginning of whenever Sora got out of the capsule, a year went by. And I say I don't believe that this is a year, because I feel like this is more than a year. Like this is like 10, maybe 20. Most likely 10. I feel like that is like it may be like 1 year in world, but Sora grew like 10 in like a year. What kind of hyperbolic time chamber shenanigans is this? Come on.
Me, you guys, Riku, and the king. I don't care who this organization is or what it's planning. With the 5 of us, 6 of us, there's nothing to worry about, right?
Okay. Treasure. Let's go talk to the... Oh, actually. There's actually something here. Let's see. No, not that. I'm gonna read that one last. I think over here. An image of the Keyblade unleashing its ultimate power flows into your mind. So, all these mirrors are actually, you know what? I think I should just talk to this one. Talk to the red, wizard lady.
Well, look who's here, dear.
Red fairy.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
I'll explain it all when this cutscene ends.
I'll do the designing.
Oh, that will never do.
Blue. Not even different.
Now,
They just took the model up. They're just taking the clothes of Sora and just changing the color.
Hold on.
Are you certain?
Blue.
Would you just decide?
Oh, well.
All right, then. Together now, dears. And no more squabbling. Oh, my.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, yes. He does look very dashing. Now, those aren't ordinary garments.
They have very special powers. Take the orb, dear.
And watch what happens.
Oh my gosh!
This journey's going to be twice as difficult as your last.
I don't care what anyone says. Dual-wielding weapons is always cool.
Garments also have other powers, but you'll have to discover what they are as you continue on your journey.
Okay, I'll do my best. And thanks a lot.
Oh, and there's something else for you from Master Yen Sid. Oh, boy!
Star Seeker! Increases maximum combo by 1 when in midair. That's sounds like an asterisk. Increases maximum combo by 1. Oh, cool! Little tiny print with an asterisk. When in midair. Dang it! Valor Form. With Goofy's help, use the drive command to change into Valor Form. Drive command has been added. The gauge on the lower right is consumed for the gauge on the lower right is consumed for transformation. Okay. That's a weird way of saying it, but okay. It is powerful as it is powerful as it absorbs party members' strength, but party members disappear while transformed. So yeah. I think this one right here, an image of you possessing all abilities flow into your mind. Okay, I don't think that's it. I think it's this one. No. Oh, okay, here we go. This one, an image of you utilizing your strength to its fullest flows into your mind. This describes Valor Form. And then there's this one. An image of you utilizing your magic to its fullest flows into your mind. This is Wisdom Form, a magic-based transformation, which we'll get later. In fact, all of these forms we'll get later. An image of you obtaining old powers flows into your mind. I don't this isn't another form. This is a form that is exclusive. What this mirror describes is a form exclusive to Final Mix, which is the... I forgot what it's called. Oh, okay, never mind. Limit Form. There we go. I caught it. I caught that train. Limit Form, which is... we'll see later, I guess. Don't worry. Don't worry, we'll get it later. An image of you possessing all abilities flows into your mind. That is Master Form, I believe. An image of the Keyblade unleashing its ultimate power flows into your mind. And this is Final Form, which we won't get for some time, unfortunately. Now this one is unique, because you get it when you get Valor Form. An image of you overcome by the power of darkness flows into your mind. This is Anti-Mode, or Anti-Form, excuse me. Anti-Mode. And this is the Anti-Form, which, it's all, like, every time you use your drives, you know, you add a number to an invisible counter that you cannot see. I think each time you use it, like if I were to use drive form right now, it would put 1 point. It would put 1 anti-point to that value. Of course, depending on what the scenario is, like if it's during a boss fight or a scripted sequence, then that value is multiplied by 1, because you get 1 point. So it could be like 2, or it could be 4. And I think there is a no. I thought there was a way to reduce it, but I don't think there is. The only way for you to get rid of points is for you to transform into anti-form and then get out. And then like let it run its course. Anti-form, however, like it's good early game. Anti-form is good early game. However, over time, it becomes less and less useful because something. Okay, so I am not reading that. So let's see. Each form has their own stats, and you can level them up depending on what needs to be done. You know, each form has a different way of gaining experience. In this case, Valor increases its experience for each hit dealt. You get 1 point of experience from that, which is not too bad, especially early game. And what you get from that is a growth ability, which is high jump. So you'll be able to jump up higher. Each form has their own growth ability that you can gain by leveling up the forms. And, well, of course I will be doing that. But the thing is, Anti-Form doesn't have anything. It doesn't have a growth ability. You can't get experience from using it. Eventually, it just becomes a hindrance. And, yeah. I think it was meant to be some sort of risk versus reward sort of thing. Like, you get dealt, you get dealt more damage than normal, than like base form. But again, you don't really get anything for using anti-form, so why bother? Okay, hi. I'm gonna step in and say that I am wrong about anti-form in this game. What I'm actually thinking of is anti-form in Kingdom Hearts 3. In that game, it is a risk versus reward sort of deal. In Kingdom Hearts 2, it's mostly a punishment system where if you use drive forms too much, you're gonna get a anti-form at some point. It was designed that way so that players don't abuse drive forms all over the place because it's broken a little bit. At least that's what I've heard. At least. So back to the video. So, oh, something fell out of my pocket. Huh? Sora, I think you dropped something. Eh? It's a piece of gum. must have fallen out of your pocket. Or maybe it was stuck between my belt straps. What is it? Part of a picture? Because that certainly looks like a piece of the puzzle. What the heck? Is this a gift too? Oh, we don't know anything about that. But if you found it in your pocket, it must have something to do with your adventure. Hold on to it, dear. In fact, you should hold on to any other pieces you came across your country. Wait. You came across your country. In fact, you should hold on to any other pieces you come across your journey. Thank you. I'll make sure to note them in my journal. But yeah, so puzzle pieces are another thing new to Final Mix. In fact, I'll go in right now. And here we go. Oh no. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Awakening. Okay, so this one I think goes here. So yeah, once you get all the pieces for this puzzle and fill them out, you'll get a little reward, and it can be from. I think it's mostly just synthesis stuff. I think. You know, it's an optional thing. Go after them whenever you can. Of course, you won't be able to get all of them right away. Sometimes you just need a bigger jump or something, or a growth ability to get them.
So you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Now, just a moment.
It's almost 50 minutes. What the heck?
Because of your previous endeavors, the worlds have returned to their original
You know what? I
state.
think it's a good idea to stop
That
after this
means
cutscene.
the pathways
Once we get out of once we get into the map, the overworld map, we'll stop.
If what the king suspected proves true, the worlds have prepared new pathways along which you may travel. These pathways may be utilized by unlocking special gates. How these gates are opened, I'm afraid I do not know. However, the Keyblade will serve as your guide. When a beam of light radiates from the Keyblade, return to the gummy ship. Though the worlds may seem far apart and out of reach, they nonetheless remain connected by invisible ties, as do our hearts.
Our hearts are connected.
That is correct.
Got it.
But be warned, as you proceed, the Heartless and the Nobodies will be using their own paths, corridors of darkness, to travel from world to world. They may be attempting to link these dark pathways to the gates between the worlds. Now then, that is all the information I can give to you. Go forth, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Everyone is waiting.
Okay, let's get going.
Master Legend.
We sure do appreciate the help.
You know,
My goodness,
when
what's
I
that?
thought about making this let's play or whatever, I did not realize just how long this game is. 52 minutes.
Haven't we seen this somewhere before?
It doesn't even feel that long.
Wonder whose it was.
You know, it honestly doesn't. It didn't feel that long to me.
She was a mean old witch.
Man,
No, the memories are coming back. What'll we do? Oh,
I don't know. Maybe it's because I put up with more. I put up with more of this game's BS than I would like to admit when I was a kid.
Perhaps we should tell Mr. Yin
I think
that's what we must do. Hurry.
maybe it just felt shorter in my mind. Maybe I feel like I can separate some parts of this game, like, you know, going in between each world and all that, heading off to the overworld map, etc.
Sora, how you doing?
But man, I didn't realize how long it was. Oh yeah, also the gummy ship, the gummy ship cutscenes, or the cutscenes within the gummy ship, for some reason, are voiced, even though they're like text bubbles, which is weird.
It's your favorite gummy engineers here, ready for duty. Chip and Dale. Happy?
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Only one?
That's no good.
Wait, I think it's a
Yeah,
world
it's
we
still weird
know.
seeing this game in 60 frames. It's still weird. Use lift. I don't want to read that. Screw you. You play the game if you want to know what to do. Okay? I'm gonna ram into the wall. But yeah. That will do it for this part. I'll go ahead and save. At least I'll know what. At least I will know what it looks like. Very least. So. Next part we'll go into Hollow Bastion. I'm tired. See ya.